What's up guys, my name's Seth, this is my RX-7. Today I'm going to show you how I made my side skirts for 60 bucks. That's including paint. So here we go. This is the video for my side skirts. Did these a couple months back. Like I said, it only cost me about 60 bucks. You just need a couple tools. They're actually rain gutters. They're PVC rain gutters. You can get at most Home Depots and hardware stores. I had the gutters themselves, the smallest can of bondo you need, and glue and some tech screws and some metal, and that's it. So like I said, this is a pretty simple project. I was able to knock it out. It took me a couple months because I had some other stuff going on. But I mean, it's really simple. I did most of the work in my apartment. Really the only tools you need are a jigsaw is what I use to actually cut the gutter itself, and then an X-Acto blade or a hobby knife or something to make small cuts. You will need a grinder and a drill to actually attach it to your car. And then you just need your paint prep and sandpaper, and then color match spray paint. Okay, well, you went to Lowe's and you've got your gutter, and this is what it looks like. Here's the profile view of it, and yeah, they come in 10-foot sections and they will not fit in an RX-7, so have a utility blade or something and cut off about 2 feet and then it'll fit in there fine. Now, this gives you quite a few options for mounting it, and for what we're gonna do, have this edge be the actual lip itself, the actual side skirt, but you can use a square edge or whatever edge you want. And there was 2 different styles, so there's quite a few options and different ways you want to run it. But we're gonna split this right down the center. We're gonna use a jigsaw. Probably best to use like a bandsaw or a table saw, but you know, jigsaw work. Before we even get into cutting it, I'm going to give you guys an idea. So this is where it's at right now. This is just about ready for paint. So I can show you how it actually fits in there. I've added these plates at the ends to kind of finish it off. I'm actually going to add a little bit of a lip that comes off the back here to make it look like it fits the car more. And then all this is going to hug in a little bit closer with tape. And it worked out perfect that this edge fits right underneath the door. So just painter's tape right now to hold it on there, but we'll put some double-sided sticky tape on here, and then we're gonna add metal struts to the bottom that we're gonna screw into the actual side of the car. That'll keep this edge from being flimsy. Okay, so the first thing I did was take the extra 2 feet that I cut off so I can make it fit in the Mazda, and I used that as a test piece. Now originally, I thought I was going to use this side. I thought I was going to do something along these lines, something in there. Really like it, so took my extra piece, and this is the curved edge, and fit it right there, and it actually fit this little curve really well. Okay, so now we're actually going to get this to fit up on the body, and if you're like me and you can't cut straight, make sure you use one of the factory edges, and that'll make it nice and straight wherever it ends up. So what I do is get some painter's tape, get it lined up how far it needs to be forward, tape it, run to the other end, mark it, and then we'll go back with the jigsaw and try to cut as straight as we can. So this is the point where our cuts start to matter. We're going to have to find where we want to stop it from going in the door and coming out and running along the body line, and this cut is going to matter because it'll be seen. So we need to make marks where we want it to end, so probably the bottom of the curve here, and we have a nice neat edge. We'll probably still go in about 1 centimeter, see if we can match it up with the body line here. And from there we need to cut at the edge of this curve and run a line down all the way. Now, I've already got a template. I'm just gonna follow this side. As you can see here, cut the edge. I missed the body line a little bit, but cut the edge here and just ran straight all the way across, and then I bent it. But here at the back, tried to follow the body lines. The body pulls out here at the bottom. We're gonna have to pull it in with tape, but I'm gonna lay this up against the other side, and I'm just gonna copy this edge so it matches from one side to the other. Alright, and one more thing I'm going to be doing while I'm at my brother's, because he has a place to work and I'm going to be finishing this in my living room because I live in an apartment, is I'm going to measure out the lengths of the metal struts that are going to go across here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them and drill one in so I can run a screw through it, and that way I don't have to worry about it, and I can just go ahead and glue them on there and get them painted, and the next time I come over here, they can get installed. Alright, well, now it's the next day and it's starting to rain, but ran to Ace this morning, got another torch, so I'm going to stick it on there really fast, bend it as fast as I can, and take it upstairs and see if we can finish it. Okay, and this is our leftover piece that we have. This is where we cut out on the edge, but you want to keep these. It's a really good material to use for your end pieces, and your end plates are very simple. I mean, that's all it is. So you want to measure out how tall it is, cut a rough edge. I take a Sharpie and mark this corner, and then you can see the bondo as we started. Still needs at least one more run through. But now we want to get that going, and to do that, we're going to use some E6000. I actually don't like this stuff. It's flexible, and it doesn't work too well for this, but it's what we had, and it's pretty cheap for a big tube, so here you go. So yeah, that kind of gives you an idea of what it took to make these things. My video kind of got a little choppy there at the end. My camera actually died while I was filming it, so I had to upgrade camera systems, but I didn't show the installation and stuff. It was really hot that day, and I live in an apartment, so it doesn't really give me a lot of flexibility of filming. Nobody really likes my car anyway, because it's kind of loud. But yeah, I went ahead and took some extra pieces and made these little canards off the end. And for the installation, I just took the pieces that I cut and made brackets and bent them up to mount to the bottom side. Then I used 3M double-sided sticky tape
to attach the body and the top part. And I mean, these things are really solid. I was a little nervous whenever I was building them. I didn't think it was going to be very strong on there, but I'm not worried about them at all. I've had them up to 80 miles an hour on the highway, and they're fine in the rain, everything. The paint turned out pretty good. I was pretty surprised. There was no local shops that would mix paint for me in a can, so I had to go online to go do it. And it was about $30, so the half of the budget was just the paint. But it's held up really good. I've got one side on the driver's side where it's chipped a little bit, but that's it. And I mean, this is just dirt right now. The car is really dirty because I drive it a lot. But yeah, I hope this inspires you guys to start a build and do some of this. I know for me it was gonna be like $200–300 to find aftermarket side skirts for this car, and this was a heck of a lot better option, and it was a little bit of experiment and it worked. So hopefully you guys can take some of this and put it towards your own build. If you do, hit me up on Instagram. Shoot me a picture of your car. Shoot me a picture of the skirts you've got on it. I'd love to see it. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to see more of this car or any of my other projects going on, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to stay up to date, make sure to follow the Instagram page. It's all at Petrol360.
Oh shit.